What is up, YouTube? So I'm PJ's Chess here, and I have another review for you. So this is a game I played against someone who came into my stream. Now this player, amazing player. I know it says 2063. They're probably way higher than this, honestly. They told me that they drew Dinglin Ren, they beat a Grandmaster, and beat Alexandra Botez, who is a women's FIDE master, I believe, if not higher. So this is a game that I lost. This is one of the only good ones. They killed me, but I didn't think it'd be too interesting to see. If you want to see those games, let me know. And there also you can check my chess.com history, but I didn't think showing the games I got smoked was interesting. But this game, as you see, both has a high accuracy. They just outplayed me and they got me in the end game. So let's go over this one. Before we do, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do everything positive. So I started with d4, and I have a tournament this weekend, so I want to play more not theory, but like stuff that I want to play this weekend. So I go bishop f4, which is a London system. Obviously, I want to learn new openings because I want to diversify as a player. But I think it's been my last tournament, my first and last for a while. So for this little time, I will just go normal, and I'll probably start doing the Italian a bit more in Blitz and Rapid Online. But I go e3, they go pawn to d5, I go bishop d3, and pawn to c5, which is the best move. c3 for me, knight b to d7. Now this is a small inaccuracy. I'll say you'll see that both of us have some, but these inaccuracies they played, I feel they're not feeling accurate during the game. They are to the computer, but to the human eye and human mind, it felt very accurate. They go bishop e7. I go pawn to a4, trying to stop this from coming down here. Oh, and if you see my other videos, you know there's a different background. I'm at college now, so in my dorm, it's a bit of a different vibe, I would say. But they go h6. I go knight here to f3. They go pawn here to g5. This is a mistake, and you actually see the eval bar. So when I first went over this, I was like, man, I was winning. I didn't know I was. I thought the g5 was a bit bold, but this plays our second game, so I lost the first one, and I don't have the feel that I can't beat them yet. So I was like, okay, let me just play safe, play passive. I go back, which is the best move actually. I thought bishop to g3 didn't make a lot of sense. They could just go knight here, and then I wouldn't want them to take. I guess I'll just show that as an example, because I keep forgetting I'm on my laptop. I can just show what I'm talking about and say I wouldn't do that. But after this felt bad, so that's why I just went all the way back to h2, which is the best move. They move their rook over. I go knight b to d2, pawn here to h5, which is the best move. I bring my knight here to e5, which is also the best move by me. g4, I capture, they capture, I capture, they capture. Now here's the part of the game where I actually mess up, and they messed up as well. As you see, the eval bar is 2.3 in my favor, but I don't capitalize. I go bishop here to g3. This is the first inaccuracy. a5 was a better move. To be completely honest, I think you could see why I didn't play a5. Like let's a5. Just immediately rook captures. Now, obviously, the computer saying it's fine, but you can see how as a human, I'm really trying to stop anything over here. And even if I didn't see, if I was fine with doing this exchange, which I wasn't, there's no way I would have played a5 to allow it. Like this, I would have always done something on the king side. So the fact that's the best move is a little frustrating. Like I don't know who would have found that, but maybe you watchers would have found it, or he would have found it, or whatever. But they go bishop to h4. I capture with the rook. Now bishop away again. Yeah, I could sit here like, oh, I didn't play great, but I don't think I'm gonna find that. That feels like it opens a little bit up right next to the king. The queen is getting there quickly, and obviously with best play. But if I find that move, who's to say I find the next best moves, because they are a bit difficult. I take, they take, and after queen here to f3 and castles, I'm still winning, but it definitely feels less concrete. Well, it never felt concrete, but I'm telling you, as I was playing it, it felt like I was a little bit worse, because this pawn here is a bit loose. This isn't an accuracy, and I know this is an accuracy because I played in London so much, but it doesn't matter if you use it right. Like, inaccuracies are that on a stockfish level. So if the person you're playing against knows how to respond against it, it's an accuracy. And usually I do. If you see my videos before, when someone plays c4, I'm able to punish it, but they're such an aggressive player, they're such opposite of my style, that it didn't matter that it was inaccurate, because they're following up with moves that are throwing me off balance. Like it's like a fight. They're doing something completely different styles interacting, but they're better at their style. So the fact that they play this move that in a positional game is a problem, but in an attacking game, a positional weakness is not as big of a deal, I feel like. But I go pawn here to g3, which is the best move. They drop their queen back. I go king over. Rook over. This is a move I regret not playing. Now, this is one of the computer moves where just completely should have played it. I should have seen it, and I did see it. I just went against doing it. As you see, I spent 3 seconds, and I was like, nah, not really. Then I went there, which was a bad move. The reason I did decide to go there, because I was looking at e4, and as you can see, the queen, oops, that's a bad arrow. The queen is x-raying the king here on this square, so I decided to go against it. But they castle, they go e4, which is the move I wanted. I said decide to go against it. I mean decide to go against keeping the pin there. So I go e4, captures, 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 captures. Now here I thought I was winning, and I am actually winning. You saw I was plus 2.2, or I keep looking here. The camera is here, and I've had this for like a few weeks now. I thought that I was winning here, and you saw I was winning earlier with like a 2.3 advantage. That did not feel like it whatsoever. Here, I'm telling you, like during the game, it's like, oh, I'm winning because this here is hanging. Wow, I cannot draw arrows. This here is hanging. This here is hanging. I did not realize this until after they take it, and this is also kind of weak. So I felt good about my position. They go queen here, which is a miss, that's kind of funny. I thought this was like game changing. I thought I completely just missed this idea of x-raying the queen. Take the pawn, and here's where I really draw the game. Well, where it should have been a draw after this mistake is that queen trade. Now, the best move here would have been to rule my rook over. And I want to actually show moves because I do not fully understand why this works. Yeah, okay. I just don't think I would have seen all of this, honestly. Because what if they would have just decided to... So let's say I go rook over. Oh, okay. I guess because this hangs. So now what? This hangs. I'll have 3, 5. They'll have 5. And they'll have 4. Okay, so just a winning rook and bishop endgame. Because I have an extra pawn. But I queen trade is I missed that. And I dropped back. And the reason I queen traded because I didn't see this pawn hanging. So I thought I was going up to the endgame up a pawn. But I'm not. I'm going up equal material. Which, against someone who's better than you, is probably not the best idea. I go rook to h7. They bring their pawn forward. I drop back. Captures, captures. And they slide over. Bring my rook over here, and we do some maneuvering. The rook slides over, and my plan here was I wanted to repeat. I know I was up on time, but I was kind of fine with the draw. I didn't see a way to win, and then eventually you'll see rook a6. I realized, oh, this pawn is weak, this pawn is weak. But the issue with my position is this pawn right here. This is probably the reason that it is a draw. If you were to take this off the board, I think I'm winning. Like even if it was equal material, because my king, this pawn cannot push. So this is a permanent weakness right now. As you'll see them take advantage of it. Eventually, they go rook here to a8. I go rook over, attacking their weakness, which is not really a weakness because of rook here. This is weak and this is weak. This king can only protect one at a time. The king can go here and protect this pawn, or it could go here, here, or here, and protect this pawn here on f2. But it cannot protect both, which is the issue. I go king here, and they slide all the way over, trying to infiltrate on the second rank and attack this pawn. And again, I can't just move it out the way, as this pawn, being a superhero, completely mitigates f3. I go king over, they slide the rook back over, and I take the pawn. Now, I miscalculated here. I assumed that I could take this, and once they took, could go here, and I could eventually win this pawn. And that eventually should have been me calculating, but it was me just wanting something to work that didn't necessarily work. They capture, king goes here to e3, and rook here to c2. Now here, looking at the eval bar and the position itself, like how did you lose this game? Well, I did play good. They just played better. I mess up at the end. I go rook here to a3. King drops back. Move my pawn forward, finally breaking this weakness here on f2. My king is in place to protect it. They capture. I capture. Rook over. Pawn forward. Take, take. And here I was actually thinking of ways that I could win the game. The reason I thought that I could win is I have this uncontrolled passer. Now this rook obviously stops it, but that means the rook has to stay here to stop it, which is something I do not do a good job of doing. I go king here to e3, and they give a check. King goes to f4. King slides over, and I give a check here on h6. No, a6, excuse me. What I was hoping for is them going back, but I just, for some reason, miss. They can go king to d5, and I'm like, oh, why did I do that? This is not a good move. I give a check. I give a check. I offer a trade. Now, this is the heartbreaking part of the game. So if you like watching my videos, if you like supporting me, turn away for a second. This was very bad. King here, and I trade. Now, let me tell you what I was thinking. Trading the rooks, I'm right. If they were to have taken, I was fine. I thought I was winning, but I correctly evaluated trading rooks was fine. What I did not correctly evaluate is it matters who trades them. So I thought just trading rooks in general is fine. But once I do this, it's game over. They take, I drop my king back, and I'm like, oh, this is not a problem. But what I miss is I go here thinking, oh, we'll just race. King captures, and on stream I actually have a reaction like, oh, good game, like you got me, because they did. I just did not see king x c3 for whatever reason. I just saw king x d5, and that's sort of an issue with, you can know all the rules of chess, but you have to do them in every move, in every instance. I didn't look at threats, captures, and checks to the extent that I should have. Although I know that rule, I did not follow it, and here I just resign as it's kind of no point of continuing to play. I'm not going to be able to come back, and they got me. There are some other games I played against this player, and if you want to be in a video, join my streams. I'm a bit inconsistent in when I do streams, so that's not helpful. But definitely always check in, turn on notifications so you can see when I'm streaming and you want to join in. The way that I did it last stream is that everyone gets 2 games. Like, you get a game and a rematch, and then you can get back in line if you want to play. And I always have the most viewers in the stream. I had like 5 or 6 last time at a peak, so it's not a super long queue if you do. And I do 5-0 as you see. But yeah, thank you for watching and supporting if you made it that far, and have a good one. If I can have a good one. Have a good one. Yep, let's stop.